And I think the significance of the RFK announcement is enormous. I don't know if we fully appreciated it. First of all, it completely takes the attention away from the convention and potentially, diminishes or evaporates the Kamala bounce out of the convention, because the next day everybody's talking about RFK. So I think it's important there. It could be important statistically in these swing states. I just glanced at them. And in a lot of these states, he was getting 3 to 5% of the vote based on polls, to the extent you credit them, but that's the only information we have. Okay. And some of those people will not vote for Trump under any circumstance, but if he can swing even 1% of the vote towards Trump, balancing out versus, of his 5%, 2%, might go to Harris, 2% to Trump. That's a wash. But if he brings 1 more% to Trump, given what we've seen in 2016 and 2020, that could be the difference. I mean, 30,000 votes in a state, 50,000 in a state could be the difference. And so I think statistically it's potentially very important. And the fact that he endorsed Trump and appeared with Trump could help sway that. But last but not least, I think this was what the Trump campaign needed: a breath of fresh air, a narrative changer, a reason for optimism after, Biden bowing out and Harris being anointed, and that whole manipulation and hiding her and all of that. I think the Trump campaign needed a reset. And I think he provides that reset button. And I think that it is a net positive. I think it's going to be an enormous positive for the Trump campaign to have him out there, because there is a generation for which the Kennedy name still carries a lot of weight. And that generation hasn't died off yet. Okay, I'm that generation. And I think it's very inspiring to see him come out. And if you on the stage with Trump, I think it was electrifying. I think it was an energy I haven't really seen at the Trump campaign yet. I mean, yes, Trump gets crowds, but that was electric. If you watch that, and there's one video in particular where they show him coming out from backstage, essentially walking towards the light, and the light is the stage with the crowd roaring, and he walks up. I think that is energizing people. From what I've seen on X, formerly Twitter, Democrats are despondent. They're viciously attacking him. They're getting his relatives to viciously attack him. So I think this changes the atmosphere of the election. And I think that's critically important. So I don't care what you say, what anybody says, that this is a net positive for Trump. It is potentially a huge net positive, and it is potentially a game changer for the election in a cycle like we've been having, where 1% of the vote in swing states makes all the difference in the world. That's right. And so I think it's hugely important. I think people are underestimating the energy it has brought. A lot of people, and we talked about this in Operation Demoralize, a lot of people were very down. What is Trump going to do? How is he going to turn it around? This was a massive gift. The timing couldn't have been better. And I think that it will make a difference. Whether it's the difference in who wins, too early to tell. But it has changed the tone of the campaign. It has given people who were demoralized a reason for optimism. And it has brought an energy that the Trump campaign has been lacking, frankly, till now. I really do think it's a game changer. As much as I try to keep people's spirits up, okay, and reality, don't buy into it. There was no excitement in the Trump campaign. There really wasn't, and I hate to say it, there wasn't. Okay, particularly once Biden dropped out, and now I think the RFK endorsement and the RFK help in the swing states has enormous potential to be a game changer.